Okay guys, this is a big box, so bear with me. Sorry about that. First of all, let me welcome you to another Unwrapping Cards Monday. My name is Tirza Schaefer. I'm a romance author and also a spiritual healer and intuitive reader. So there you go. Today we're going to do the Anubis Oracle, which I used in one of my bookish oracle readings as well. Couple of months, weeks, well, a few weeks ago, So here we go. This one is one of my oldest, which I absolutely love. When I saw it, I fell in love with it and I was so smitten by it. The Anubis Oracle includes 35 card deck and a book. A Journey into the Shamanic Mysteries of Egypt by Nicki, Scully and Linda Starwolf, illustrated by Chris Waldhell. And you would know the illustrator probably, she's done tarot cards herself, Goddess Tarot and so on. So this is actually unusually bright colors for her. Usually I think she uses watercolors, so they're a bit more subdued, but this deck is just absolutely divine. I love this. You should probably know Anubis is one of my spiritual guides, my personal spiritual guides, and the one I'm really closest to. He came to me in a vision many moons ago. A few years back. If you read the book My Spirit Song, there's something I've written about that in there as well. So that's a book of poetry, of spiritual poetry. I've also got one with romantic poetry. That's for adults, by the way, only. It's like romantic and sensual, and that's called Love Expressed. Anyway, so this is the Anubis Oracle, and because it's really hard to get the inside out of here, I've already done that, because otherwise you'll be seeing me just fighting with that one. So let me show you the inside. Here's one I prepared earlier. It's very big. Once we get to the wonderful cards, it'll be easier. So anyway, you see this is like a little, well, big box really with the book, which is a good size book. I think it's 6 by 9 inches. Should be, yeah. You put that to the side for a moment. So we're going to have a look at this one. Oh, I didn't show you the back of this, because this is really nice as well. Have a look at this. You can see some of different cards there, and then you can read all the text as well before you open it when you've got it yourself. So yeah, it's a few years old, but I absolutely love it. I haven't used it in a while, so I just thought, which deck didn't I use for a long time? So there we go. I don't know, it kind of got at the bottom of the pile underneath all the others. So you can see it's very lovingly done, contents with this little Egyptian Iophorus there, and and here's part 1, the Anubis Oracle deck. So you can see here the cards are numbered. They're going to, you have the key card Anubis, open off the way, and then you've got from 0, initiate. That's probably a little bit like you would say with the tarot, the initiate. So it comes like the first one, the alchemist, that would be like the magician and so on, but it's not really based on the tarot. But you can see a few like some parallels. It actually only goes up to 25 here, but then you have the composite cards. They are in Roman numerals. They go from 1 to 8 here, and yeah, so that goes on. So yeah, then you have layouts and sample readings in here. Let me show that to you. Acknowledgement is there, introduction. Just putting that down a little bit so you can have a better overview. Developing oracular insight, our oracular process as authors. Anubis oversees this deck. So it goes on. How to use the Anubis Oracle deck, approaching the Oracle with questions, drawing cards, getting to know the Neteru. That's actually the pantheon of gods. The Neterus are the gods. So, and here we go, part 1, the Anubis Oracle deck. So that is, as you can see, the dove there. The inside, as you can see, is the 22 Sacred Neteru cards. Here we go. So the key card, Anubis, opener of the way, the dove, initiate, innocence, truth, trust, and so on. I'm just going to do it quickly because we're going to have a look in a minute at the cards themselves. We've got a bit of the hangman there, hanged Anubis. Said shadow, adversarial, ally, trickster, so on, tar, imagination, visionary, prophet, the new aeon, pyramids. Here you've got, you know, sacred relationships. Those are the composite cards now that are numbered in Roman numbers. Higher love and wisdom, heart or set, and budget. So you've got several together there. Then you have layouts of a spread. There you can see. It's beautifully done, doesn't it? So it'll show you with the cards, you know, what you're doing, like simple ways of laying a spread. Explaining that a bit. The tree of life there. You've got higher love and wisdom. And so on. So there's quite a few in there. I'm just gonna go through it like this now. So, and there's sample readings also. So choosing the spread, which is very important as well, you know, which one is going to be the one that you want to use. If you want to use the spread at all, I tend to go with my gut instinct rather than doing a set kind of fixed one, because I find like sometimes you just, you know, you just need to kind of draw on some card or another to gain a bit more clarity, but that doesn't necessarily work that well with the spread. But you know, everybody is different, and I'm by no means the absolute master, so I'm just saying what works for me. So don't take that as, you know, your guiding compass or anything. I'm just on my journey just like everyone else. So about the artist and the artwork, Chris Walter, that's how you pronounce it in German. It's a German name. She might not be German, but the name certainly is. About the authors, and then you've got, you know, other books by those beautiful authors here. And books of related interest, there's as well, you know, a good bibliography. So here we go. Absolutely wonderful. Love this. So then we go here. So there's like this inlay which is made out of plastic. So, you know, and you can take the cards out. You can put your, you know, your finger in there, which is quite handy. Otherwise you'd be struggling a bit, I think. So let me just put that up because now you can see that. I've got more than 2 of those, but you can imagine that I do. You know, that's Bastet, the cat goddess, that's Anubis, the jackal goddess, which is this oracle all about, you know. So and they're on the shelf beside my bed, so in close reach, in close contact. So here I'm going to show you this, the card. The key card, Anubis, opener of the way. So he's the one guiding you. He's taking you on this journey of self-discovery, or, you know, for somebody else, if you read for somebody else. And you can see there's a snake here, flowers, the dove up there. He's holding a key. So that's you know, quite It's a wonderful deck. I just love it. This card is just so amazing. So you can use that like if you do a spread, you can use that card, the Anubis card, like as yourself. You know, let me put that over here. Just put it like this. Oh yeah, see, there's the back of the card as well. So it's very Egyptian, isn't it? In the colors as well. It looks like sand, and you can see yourself in the pyramids, and there's the Eye of Horus, and you know, beautiful design with a red frame around it. So here we go. There's the dove, the initiate, innocence and trust. And you can see there's a sun, the moon, stars, carrying that olive branch, I guess it is. Some sort of. I'm not very good with plants, actually. I'm just assuming because that's what it says in the Bible. So, Neckbed, Mother, Mood. Neckbed and Mood are both vulture goddesses. They're the alchemists, wisdom keeper, grandmother. So, you know, everything that's to do with wisdom, life here, that's the Ankh, this kind of cross, you know, with a loop on the top, that's the Ankh, and it's a symbol for life. Okay, and if you think of the vulture goddess as sort of like a grandmother, not just like a granny, but like a grandmother, like she is there for everyone, for a whole tribe. You know, she's also in the crown of the pharaoh and so on. So, you know, she's got crone energies, you know. So Nephthys, the high priestess, intuition, mystery. She is another really beautiful one. She's wearing the crown with a cobra here, which is Wajed, you know. So the vulture and the cobra, they both had, they were the power animals, or the, you know, guardians of Upper and Lower Egypt. When they were combined on the crown as well. So here is Isis, Holy Queen, Mother of us all, embodied manifestation of love. Num, master craftsman, creator of form, organizing principle, and he crafts on his potter's wheel. There you can see it here. He's actually crafting a human shape, and he is in mythology the one that actually, you know, fashions human beings. So he is the creator god. The Sphinx. The Sphinx is a divine messenger, earth altar, and a cosmic library. You can see, you know, the stars are especially done in a certain order here. It looks a bit like a halo, doesn't it? Like half a halo. But you will find, you know, it's just beside the pyramids. So you will find like their constellations with the stars, how the pyramids were laid out, you know, to be in relation to the stars and all that. So you can find videos on that on YouTube as well. So I won't go into detail because, you know, I won't be able to, you know, give you so much either. Here we go. Sobek and Horus, reconciliation of opposites, forgiveness and understanding. So Horus, probably everybody knows, is the falcon god, the son of Isis and Osiris. And Sobek is a crocodile god. And he's got some sinister undertones, but he's also got power, and people didn't see him as like devil incarnate or something. But he had some positive aspects as well, you know, but he's definitely a dark god. So, you know, bear that in mind if you when you want to work with gods and, you know, meditate with them and connect with with that kind of archetypal energy. So don't do that when you're feeling particularly sensitive, maybe. You need a bit of backbone for that one. So, Sekhmet. Transformation. Here again, budget. The Cobra Goddess in triple form. Fierce compassion and healer. I mean, everybody knows her as like this fierce warrior and the goddess of war and stuff, but people forget, or very often don't know, that she was actually the patron goddess of physicians and healers, and she's got great healing powers. So I use her a lot when I do healing work as well, because she is that powerful and uncompromising, you know. So if you need like heavy duty energy, that'll be her, you know. So 8 is Ma'at. Truth, radiance, balance. That's what she stands for. And here you can see the ostrich feather and the heart, you know. So the truth is divine truth, not human truth, you know, like human perspective, I would like to call it, because everybody has their own truth as well. So I did show that before, but just for those who like, you know, come in new, this is my one and only tattoo so far, and it's the feather of Ma'at. So I'm always reminded that everything I do, I'm going to bring love and harmony into the world, hopefully. You know, at least I'll strive for that. Of course, no human is infallible. Be boring, wouldn't it? If we were all like completely so perfect that we never made any mistakes or anything. So anyway, so this is Tot. He is the ibis god. As you can see, there's an ibis on his head here. And he is the one who taught humans writing. He is the god of writing, of you know, anything that's got to do with that one, like calculations and so on, of wisdom, of knowledge. That's him. So illumination, architect of wisdom, enlightened communication. I've channeled a poem from him as well, which is in my book, that my spirit song. So you might want to check that out if you're interested. So yeah, communication, very important. So here, cycles of change, 10 Kefera, and that is, as you can see, the beetle that rolls dung heaps and like big dung balls where, you know, where the larvae are inside. That's how they, and you know, and they put it in the sun to dry up and that. So very beautiful, and it's like the midday sun kind of god. You know, you've got different solar deities, and this is kind of, you know, noontime. So cycles of change. Also because he keeps rolling that, and then planetary guardian, spiral dancer. He's got that round and round motion. The scarab also called. So here we've got Bast or Bastet, holy longing, desire, instinct, sensuality. There was actually a festival they had in her honor once a year. And during that festival, you were also allowed to, like, you know, have sex with other people. And if a child was conceived that way, it wasn't like a bastard in quotation marks, but it was, you know, seen as very lucky and as a great blessing, because it was conceived under the special powers and on the day of Bastet, you know. So she's, you know how cats are, they're very sensual creatures. Go by instinct, do what they like, what feels good to them. And I'm sure a lot of people who watch that actually have a cat at home, or had, or are familiar with cats, how they, you know, how they kind of vibe. And that, you know, goes very well in line with that. So here we've got Anubis number 12. Surrender, shaman, enlightened heart. You can see here the hanged man. He's hanged hanging upside down. The serpent is holding him up there. So from the Tree of Life. And you have a Tree of Life in just about every culture, haven't you? You've got that in the Egyptian, in the Judeo-Christian traditions. The Kabbalah is like, is this whole path about, on the Tree of Life, like all different pathways and whatever. And it's like, it's so highly spiritual and metaphysical. It's like you can study that your whole life and you never get to the end of it. And and with the Nordic people, you have like the Tree of Life is Yggdrasil, I think it's called. So you've got like holy trees everywhere. There's Osiris lying here in the swamps. You can see he's holding the Ankh, the symbol of life. And it's regeneration, transmutation, and beauty. So we've got Hathor, which means literally the house or abode of horrors. So like she's the mother of horrors, and I think she was that before Isis became the mother over time. So she's there for magic, medicine woman, integration. She's a cow goddess. I don't know if you can see that. The ears, you can see it better probably. And, she's got the horns here with the moon disc. She was also the Lady of Turquoise. The turquoise mines were under her protection, under her guardianship. So she's playing the sistrum here. She was there for music, for dancing, that kind of stuff. So she had a few functions as well. And, sometimes they overlapped with others. That's what I like about the Egyptians. It's not excluding anyone. Like, if like she says, I'm magic, so Isis can't have magic or something. They both have, the magic very prominently. That they stand for and so on. And you can read about Hathor on my website as well, if you like. Also Anubis. So all you have to do really is put in tirzaschaefer.com/Hathor or /Anubis, and then you get there. So Sid, he is what many perceive to be the devil of Egyptian mythology, but actually he's the god of chaos. So that's not quite the same. He's not all bad, but it's like an archetypal energy. You have to know how to work that properly, So he's a shadow, adversarial ally, trickster. You can, when you master that energy, utilize it for you to, become more powerful in yourself. But of course, if you fall victim to it, then chaos ensues. So here's Wadjet. I've mentioned her before. She's a life force energy, purification, and the divine awakener. I've written about Wadjet. There's another one who is the guardian of the Valley of the Kings. She is, oh God, something with M. I'll think, I'll come to it in a minute. But there's a Hindu cobra goddess as well, which is Manasa. And Meretz-Egger, that's it. Meretz-Egger, she is, she's the guardian of the Valley of the King. And those three, together with Manasa, the Hindu goddess, I've also written about, if you want to have a look at that. And also cobra as power animal. So the cobra is like everywhere, because all over my website on the spiritual part, because I, have her as a power animal as well. So she's one of my power animals, cobra. So there you go. And very strong energy. It's not for the faint of heart. But extremely great, really. So here is Sotis, star consciousness, generosity, and bodhisattva. Bodhisattva means that it's a soul that embraced Buddhahood. You know, Buddha is not a name but a title, so that means like you've reached enlightenment. That's a Bodhisattva. Then you have Khonsu, lunar energies. That's a dark god as well. Divine timing and blood mysteries. So don't get put off. I know a lot of black magic is performed with blood magic, but that's not the same as going into the blood mysteries. Okay, that doesn't have to be evil or anything. So you know, don't be put off by that, and don't confuse the two. So Amun-Ra, the solar energies, transfiguration alchemical gold. So that means as well, of course, you know, the sun brings light, brings life force energy with it. Here again, you've got him standing there with the staff with the Ankh sign on top, the symbol. Here we've got the cobra around the staff, and you guessed it, modern doctors know that probably, you know, that stuff, and the snake, the serpent, you know, coiling around it. That's a sign for medicine usually, isn't it? So now you know where those roots come from. We've got Ta here, the new Aeon, imagination, visionary prophet. Also very beautiful. You can see he's a prophet, so you know he is talking, and that is growing like a plant. And there's one like a, you know, there's a trumpet, a little bird, something, I don't know, like a spiral, a musical note, you know. So it's like all the beauty of life and the truth and the joy and love, and you know, that comes out. That's it, what he's talking about, truth. Nut and Geb. So you see here, Nut is the sky goddess, and Geb in Egyptian tradition is actually a man. He is the earth god. Okay, most traditions have a female earth deity, like for example Gaia, the Greek earth goddess, but in this particular mythology, we've got the man down here. Okay, so sorry, I didn't read that out now. Wholeness, creation of sacred purpose, and divine parents, because they actually are the parents of the pantheon of gods, you know. So sacred archetypal element of water is the Nile, number 22, which is, if you know anything about numerology, it's a master number, like 11. So that's the river Nile, and water, of course, was very important. They were in the middle of a desert, so the Nile was like, that meant live or die, you know. If the floods were too high, it would just tear everything away with it. If they were too low, you wouldn't have a harvest because of being dried out and all that. So it was very important, and they revered the Nile. They revered the deities that were attached to them. They had festivals where they would throw jewelry, precious stones, things like that into the water, you know, to as sacrifices and appease the gods. So, you know, to ensure that people could live in prosperity. So here's the pyramid, sacred archetypal element of earth. But it's also, you can see it's pointing right up to heaven. Right, you guys, so sorry. And there was my phone full again. So, yeah, part 2. Right, as you can see, that was actually gold on top there once upon a time, and it's, you know, pointing right up to the stars, to the sky, you know, and it was kind of a connection. Some actually have the theory that it was a kind of a power station for advanced civilizations that we don't know about anymore. Others say that it's like, like a kind of a tower, like at the like you would have at the airport, for starships, who are coming in and that kind of thing. So there's a lot of things. I'm not just going to say, I'm just going to let you believe whatever you want to believe and look into that if you're interested or not. But I just wanted to put it out there. So there's lots of different theories going on about this. And was pretty sure to say, safe to say that what the current, the traditional view of it is probably not exactly what it really was. But anyway, there's been few new things come up. Anyway, so that's the pyramid, sacred archetypal element of earth. Very beautiful. I love this so much. You can see, like, here's the sun there, the wind going around, and you've got the palm trees here and all that, this wonderful floral pattern, on every card as well. That frame is beautiful. So here the desert. We are already in the desert, aren't we? Being, in Egypt and, with the pyramid as well. So there we go, sacred archetypal element of fire. And that is also the home of Set, the brother of Osiris who killed him, the god of chaos. And they also say the creatures of the desert, as well as like creatures of red colors, are, animals that represent him or are under his direction, kind of thing. So, so anyway, the desert, definitely fire. It's really, really hot, and there's no life unless you're some kind of animal, like really well adapted to it, and or you've got some kind of survival skills and lots of water with you when you venture out of there. Like the gold mines that were in the desert as well. So that was always really, really hard, and a lot of people died mining gold there. So the crested ibis. As if you remember, we had Thoth, the god of wisdom, and this bird is his symbol. So that's the archetypal element of air. Okay. That also, you should be, maybe your ears pricked up on the word archetypal that comes up. No matter which cards you look at, we're talking about archetypal energies, deities as well, and so on, power animals, whatever, tarot cards, oracle cards, they are archetypal energies at play, okay, which are then put into a form or personified, in a deity, in mythology or whatever. So bear that in mind, please. And it's about that kind of energy that you're connecting with, So if you want to connect to the element of air and you don't have a vision of an ibis flying by, do not be disturbed by that. It's about the energy, okay? The ibis is just a symbol of that. So here, now we come to the Roman numerals, the composite cards, which means there's several of those. Look at that. We've already got different ones: the Sphinx, the Earth, Isis, that would be Nephthys, and here you have Nekhbet Mut, and that's entering the mystery. So, that's going into, shamanic mystery, soul searching, so on, or deep meditation, that's your entryway. Now the next one, number 2, is the sacred relationship. You can see here a segment, the lion goddess, healing. You have Khnum is here with his potter's wheel, fashioning man. Sobek, the crocodile god, Horus, the falcon god. This segment ends, the Sphinx is here as well. So if you can, you can see that rich in symbology, and it's a combination of them all, okay? So they actually together form a sacred relationship, and that is what this card is all about. Here we have the cosmic influences. We have my aunt here with the feather. We have Todd with the ibis on top, on top of his head, and the book here. So, really they had scrolls, they didn't have books, but that's artistic license, isn't it? It's still so pretty. And we know what is meant by that. We're more familiar with books, so it's good. And he has the shamanic drum as well. That's an African drum, which is, quite nice. I love drumming, actually, like percussions like that. So, you can get a CD or put on a YouTube video or whatever, or find something on I don't know, Spotify and so on. And, do a shamanic dance and go into a trance as well. And the cosmic influences. Also here we've got Khepera, which is the scarab, the sacred scarab. You've got a dove here. You've got the planets, the moon, stars, the world. So it's beautiful. And here is in the background, I don't know if you can see that. Let me see. Yeah, very faintly a female shape here. As Nut, the sky goddess, I presume. She's not actually on the list here at the bottom, but as there's so much cosmic influence, that might be also to do with her. So, Tree of Life. As we talked about that one earlier already with the Hanged Man, the Anubis, which is basically that, but now he's got somebody there with him, which is Bastet. So he's not alone any longer, the cat goddess here. Let me just show that to you. Hang on. See here? Here she's got Wadjet, the cobra goddess. Not sure if you can see that. Yes, probably here from the side is quite good. Yeah, there you go. And Anubis, the jackal. Okay, very cute. Yeah, I said that about a god. But he is, and he'll probably laugh about it as well. He's got a wicked sense of humor. Anyway, so there we go. Bust, Anubis, and Osiris. Osiris is here floating in the water again. You have to kind of look more closely to detect him because kind of, not very well visible. And he's in the shroud that mummies come in. So you can see that's the sun bursting through the treetop. Very beautiful. Very symbolic, rich in symbolic, value, all of that. So number 5 is Higher Love and Wisdom. So here again we have Wadjet on top, Hathor, Sed. He was her husband at some stage as well in mythology. I don't know, it kind of changed around over time. Anubis here in the background. So it's about Hathor, Set, and Wadjet, and that's Higher Love and Wisdom. And there you go again. He is not all bad. Otherwise, they wouldn't put him about Higher Love and Wisdom, would they? So, he's definitely got his redeeming qualities. Do not forget. Oh, yeah, and sorry, I just saw that now as I put that away. Sistrum again, goddess of song and dance. And this is a chalice, a cup, but also with both sides. Can you see? It's like a double one. So you've got like light streaming out here, light streaming out there. And that's also about, love. is in balance always, you know. And if you look at tarot cards, the cups, they stand for water, for emotions, right? So here we go, number 6, right timing and direction. Sotis, that's the star. Okay, Khonsu here, and Amun-Ra. So we've got the sun, Amun-Ra, the moon, Khonsu, and Sotis, that's a star. I think that's the morning star. I'm not quite sure. I'm not very fit with with astronomy, so I have to brush up on that one again. Anyway, here we go. Sacred purpose, number 7. So we've got Ta here, Nut, that's the sky goddess. As you can see, the stars, the sun and the moon. Then we have Geb, the earth god, and Anubis. And it looks like he's coming out of the portal here, isn't it? Like, which is made by this one, but also here, you know, giving this glimpses is a bit like a frame kind of thing. And it looks like, if you look at it, like wheat, you know, from a rich and plentiful harvest. It looks kind of like that. So, very beautiful. And then sacred purpose, that's what gives you your sacred purpose. Here we go. 8, alchemy, the 5 sacred elements. So let me recap this. We've got the ibis, which is air. We've got the desert, which is fire. The Nile is water, and the pyramid is the earth. So we've got all 4 elements. In the middle, we've got spirit in that beautiful spiral of light. And here we've got feathers hanging down, which is more to do, I think, with shamanic, like Native American tradition. Nonetheless, very beautiful. So I'm not complaining. Yeah, but you can see, you know, this is like a drum hide that is sewn on, you know, like stretched over a wheel or something as well. So just seeing that here around there, it's very beautiful, and it's, you know, and it's shamanic as well. So, and it's a powerful card deck. I used to do weekly readings with that many years ago, and people actually loved it, you know. So I don't know why I forgot to use that more often again, but they you know, I've got it back now, so I shall be using it again. And I would love for you to have a look if it, you know, if you're interested in it, get one yourself if you like. It's still out there on, you can still buy it in online bookstores and so on. I'm sure you can also order it, you know, in your local bookstore if you prefer to do that, and support your local business or something. So yeah. And I hope you enjoyed that. Oh, and just in case you were wondering what this is a moonstone. This is an orange calcite, and that's an Amazonite. And you can look up the meaning of those on my website as well. Under crystals, there's like a list of all the crystal pages that are there. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this, and I hope you enjoyed it. This one is a bit longer again because, yeah, goddesses and ancient Egypt, those are my 2 things. So that's when you know it's gonna be a while. But anyway, I'll see you next week and enjoy. Bye.